Absolutely 100% correct.
Did you start it yet?
Yeah.
Oh, you started.
I do that every time.
We're such professionals.
I do that every time to you.
That's a neat trick.
It's a new one.
Because you don't have any fingernails.
I don't have any fingernails. For the listeners.
Oh, yeah, there you go. The cold, hard, it's not even that cold Arizona.
I guess we'll start with that.
Mango,
then.
yeah.
The fridge, the shop fridge, quote unquote.
That's pretty sad.
Garage, what they call a garage fridge because it's covered in stickers. She's out.
She gave up the goat.
Yeah, she's down for the count, folks.
Oh, by the way, this is the Old Souls podcast. Welcome back. We should probably do some kind of intro. You know?
Welcome back to the Old Souls podcast, everybody. I'm
It's
Wes,
been a long
by
time.
the way. It
Yeah.
has been a long time.
Yeah, we gotta. I'm Wyatt. Just so you know, just in case you forgot who we are.
Just in case you forgot, because it has been long enough.
It's been several months at least.
Whoops.
I can't just blame you this time either, because I've been doing it too.
Oh,
I've been bad about it.
Yeah. No, it's been a busy couple months for sure. We've been swamped with projects and work, mainly work, but in between work projects as well. So
And school.
Wait,
It's not like we do anything at school anymore. It's just
It's mainly, let's see,
hanging up signs and putting lights behind them and stuff.
That's what
That took 3 weeks for us to do, even though
for an education right there.
That's our associate's degree's hard at work right there.
That's
earning
right.
earning a bachelor's degree.
We're gonna earn our bachelor's. Yeah. Once we learn how to hang the signs up, that's what gets us our bachelor's.
Carpentry.
Folks.
That's what diesel mechanics do. Is carpentry.
That's right.
It's good.
But we did it. We sure did.
I love it. It's great.
But yeah, that keeps us occupied on Wednesdays and Thursdays, and then throughout the rest of the week it's work, and then on the weekends it's projects. So
who knows? We get into just about everything here.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, we're both farm kids, so it's like
there's always something to do.
Tractors and skid. Well, you and your brother have the skittertism, so
yeah,
there's that.
This is accurate. Your
brother is worse for sure.
Oh no, he's way worse. I'm not.
Oh yeah, I should probably silence.
I'm not a skidder person. I'm more of a general equipment person. I like
Caleb is definitely a skidder person.
Caleb's a skidder person. I'll give him that. I will give him that. He's a skidder person. I like trucks and equipment, like semi-trucks and equipment.
Trucks are gay.
They suck to work on. Yeah,
I hate working on trucks, especially cab overs. Cab overs suck to work on. That's a running theme.
Problem. I think that's what most people's sentiments with cab overs is that they suck.
Well, here's the thing though, it's a blessing and a curse either way, because like on a cab over you can lift the cab,
right,
and you can get to the entire engine, but wait till you have to pull an engine out of a cab over, then it gets even more fun because you have to. Then you got to tilt the cab all the way forward, unhook it from the. I don't want to do that.
I'm good, thanks.
But then on the other hand, on a conventional truck, you can't get to the back of the engine. So like, Gabe has sent me pictures of MX engines that. I think he was pulling the cam out of one, and he had to drop the transmission and take the rear engine mounts out and drop the engine down, whatever, like 6 inches.
Yeah, because
because he needed to drop it down enough to pull the cam out of the back of the engine. That's just newer trucks in general, though.
So
everything's rear gear train now.
Yeah, X15s are rear gear train too, aren't they?
Everything is.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Detroit,
I think
Cummins, everything. I almost said cat, and then I had a brain realization moment where it's been like 10 years since they made truck engines.
Oh, that makes me feel old.
It's been longer than that.
It has?
I think.
Yeah, because when did Tier 4... Tier 4 was...
No, it was even...
Well, it was Tier 4. No, it was Tier 4 Final that made them quit. It was not Tier 4 Interim. They were... No, they weren't.
No, it was Tier 4. It was T4I.
Because, T4I, yeah. Because T4F is what made them quit.
Yeah, well, no, because they were doing... They had the ARD head stuff,
yeah, they were experimenting
all that flamethrower technology.
That would have been Tier...
That was Tier 3. No, that was Tier 4I. Because they had...
DP.
They had a DPF, because the whole purpose of the ARD head was to blow fuel into the exhaust and to ignite it.
You're right.
To heat up the DPF enough to burn the soot out of it.
You are correct. Yes, that is.
So Tier 4 final was because that's what... Wow, English is a hard language. Apparently, I don't know how to speak it.
Difficult.
Let me just collect my thoughts here for a second. Tier 4 final is the reason that CAT doesn't make truck engines anymore, because they weren't meeting the emissions requirements.
Yeah.
And they were getting fined like $250,000 per engine that they were putting out that wasn't meeting that standard.
Which is insane.
By the EPA, because, the government.
Such a lovable organization.
Fantastic. Just the best. But, yeah, so they quit because they're like, yeah, guess what? We're just going to make equipment now.
Yeah.
Like we have for the past 100 years.
When you get whatever, fined that much per engine, right?
There's no point.
There's no reason to continue. So they're already making they're making bank on equipment already. They have a huge name in that field.
Even though they were making like the best truck engines out of anybody.
Anybody that ever
that's
seen.
A widely accepted opinion, I feel like. That CAT made really good, especially like the C15 was like one of the best truck engines.
I think that's a widely agreed upon.
I will still say
stance. I mean,
that a Series 60 is always going to be the best.
Yeah, for
just all around.
Because it's not, you want fuel economy.
Yes.
And pulling power. You have both.
It's not a powerhouse, but they rarely break,
and
they get good fuel economy.
They kind of solved the powerhouse issue, I think, with the 14-liter.
Yeah.
But then shortly thereafter...
Then they got bought out.
By
Daimler.
So
yeah,
they aren't around anymore, technically. Not the way they used to be.
It's sad. Everything's just getting bought up.
Well, yeah. Well, when you buy something up, it's cheaper to make it for
I should
yourself.
show you. That I saw a reel. What's his name that started Edison Motors?
Chase Barber.
Him. He had a reel. He was at the Con Expo, and he was looking at the Autocar truck. You seen that video or that reel?
I've not. I've seen the truck though.
I saw him he made a video about it, and he said he really likes it because they did a lot for the right to repair. This is what he said in the video.
Huh. Really?
So they have a screen in the dash. Well, first of all, they have a flat dash that's metal, that's screwed together.
That is a good idea.
Which is like an old Kenworth.
Yeah, that's...
Or he said an old Western Star, which is,
Sure.
He's Canadian, so that's closer to him.
That makes sense. I hear you.
But he was talking about, like, there's a piece of diamond plate aluminum on the floor where your feet go, so you don't wear through the floor. And it was like, weird. What a concept, right?
Yeah.
And he was talking about that and the screen. So if you have a fault code on this thing, it will tell you the code, and it will tell you what the code means on the screen. It's going to get better. Just wait. This is going to blow your little mind.
I am already mind blown that they would do that.
Tells you what the code is. You can bring up a fuse diagram of all the fuse boxes on the truck in the screen. Really? It will tell you which fuse is blown if there is a fuse blown.
Huh.
You can look up wiring schematics in the screen on the truck.
Really?
You can look up the component location in the screen on the truck.
Huh.
You can do all of that in the screen on the truck. You don't have to buy a $2,000 piece of software.
Or a scan tool or have them come out.
You don't have to do anything. It will tell you everything that you need to know to fix your own truck.
That is
the way it should be.
That is the way it should have been from the beginning. Yeah. That's a big step forward.
Yes. Because they're their own company now.
Well, yeah, because Autocar was owned by... We've gone through this before.
Yeah. They got bought out.
They got bought out by white Volvo GM.
Whatever that
whole conglomerate, which I've described before as a very strange, incestuous relationship of just using a Volvo for the base of everybody else's truck. That was the idea.
Pretty much, yeah.
That whole thing was like the small...
Everybody else just slapped their name on it for a while.
Yeah, the small Volvo truck that like the one we used to have at college. Mm-hmm. That truck was the basis for everybody else's. So the GMC truck, that was a Volvo. The white truck was a Volvo, and the Autocar was a Volvo.
Yes.
And then they split ways, and Autocar became its own independent
company. They quit making Autocar altogether.
Yeah.
And then somebody... The way he said it in the video was somebody else bought Autocar as its own. They bought it from whoever owned it at the time, probably White or
Right.
GM or
Let
whatever.
me look at. I'll pull this up now because this is actually a very interesting subject that I have looked into before.
Yes, but
We both looked into before.
So they bought it from whatever company owned it, and now it's his own company again. Which is it's a really nice truck, and that was another thing he was saying is, Autocar doesn't make highway trucks.
Yeah,
they only make
vocational,
heavy vocational trucks.
Yeah.
So the cab is built for that. It's not like, a Kenworth's a little different because their cabs are different now, but before the T880 came out and the W990 and all that stuff, they all had the same cab. They just stuck it on a different frame, right? So it was just a highway truck that they stuck on a vocational truck frame,
right,
and expected it to hold up, which for the most part they do, but they also get beat.
Yeah.
It's not like this thing is built to be a dump truck, a mixer,
it's built
whatever.
For vocational purpose to be heavy.
Yes. And it's going to last.
That's its job. That's its pure. It's a lot like the
it just blew my mind that you can do all of that just from the screen in the truck.
And think about it, this is an independent company.
Yes.
This is their own company. It's a little
You'd
guy.
think that would save them money too.
Yeah, it saves not having to have specialized software and stuff separate might save them a little bit, but the reason...
But who knows, they might actually still have their own software. I don't know.
And
I've never been around those trucks before.
We have no idea, but the way the modern industry works now is they can keep making money off of you by having you come back to the dealer. That's what they want you to do.
Well, it's manufactured reliance on the dealer network or buying the dealer software, which is, just soft. You might as well just saw off your arm now.
Yeah, it's insane. The prices are insane.
I mean, what was it? I can't remember what New Holland's is called.
Oh, hey, I don't remember what it's called.
But it was like $2,000 for a year, and Davy is $2,000 a year.
Which
Insight's PACCAR, and Insight's I want to say $1,200 a year. ET's expensive too, I know.
Yeah,
they're all expensive, but this is different.
Yeah, this
is very different.
This is a step forward. I think not the big companies probably aren't going to follow suit. They're going to look at it and go, but we can't make as much money off of it.
That depends on how popular this truck gets.
But if the truck gets popular enough in the vocational market...
I really hope it does.
Me too. If it gets popular enough, people might be like, this truck diagnoses itself, basically.
Yeah.
It's got all the information on it. It shows you your codes. This truck is great for an owner-operator.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic for an owner-operator.
Or the truck driver,
Yeah.
You can have truck drivers tell you what's wrong, and then you don't have to spend all the time diagnosing it.
Exactly.
That's the nice thing.
The trucker doesn't have to call the dealer and be like, I got this code on the dash, what does it mean? And either have the response of, bring it into the shop, or
we'll send somebody to you. For $300 an hour.
The exact shop rate's insane right now. So
my uncle said the last time he realized, or the last time I don't know if it was when he worked there or the last time he was there or whatever.
Yeah.
Pape Machinery's shop rate in Montesano was $224 an hour.
That's pretty bad.
Plus mileage.
So it'd be
there's a feed. I think there's a feed just to start the truck, pretty much.
It'd be like $300 an hour.
Oh yeah,
roundabout.
A lot.
Yeah, that's insane.
But so,
going back to Autocar, Autocar remained a part of Volvo until 2001, and then Volvo acquired Renault Trucks, wholly owned subsidiary Mack Trucks. So they acquired indirectly through Renault Mack. Volvo and Mack, if you didn't know, I've said this before, and I actually have
one
YouTube video on my channel. Don't watch it; it's an old one, but it goes through.
Everybody should go watch it now.
You should all go watch it. It goes through the 300 VNL VNL 300 and the at the time new Mack Anthem.
That's a good looking truck.
They are both the same. They kind of try to hide it, but they're the exact same truck. They're the same truck. The Mack,
the hood
has different. The MP series engines. Yeah. The exterior they changed that. They changed The general location of everything is roughly the same, but the exterior's changed.
So basically, it's like
the engine,
like a new
like
one.
you paint one red for
new
case,
tractors.
you paint one blue for New Holland.
Although they do some of their they're just kind of different.
The software stuff.
Well, it's actually
changes.
very similar because it's like all of the. I mean, the powertrain is completely the same. It's just the plastic and fiberglass on the outside is different.
And sometimes they like change some software to be blue instead of red, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
For those two, and what I noticed and what I'm saying is they tried to hide it is Mack for years and years and years has had their own line of engines, and they were legendary forever.
They had at one point in time they had their own powertrain complete.
Yeah.
From like way back like the Mack RDs like Mark used to work on.
You could get R model Macks with what they call a Golden Dog. And the Golden Dog meant that you had Mack engine, Mack transmission, Mack axles, Mack suspension from the front to the rear.
Yeah.
Everything's Mack. That's a Golden Dog truck. They were ahead of the curve as far as integrated powertrain
because
they've been doing it for years.
Yes. Now everybody has their own integrated powertrain, which I would never buy.
No, I would not buy an integrated powertrain from.
I'm
a lot of people.
Very old school in the belief that I would rather have an 18-speed, depending on the truck, of course. Like if it was an over-the-road truck, that might be a little different. I'd rather have an Allison.
Yeah, I'd have an Allison. I'd have an Allison if it were like that short haul flatbed we have.
Yeah,
for just going around. It's really nice to have that Allison. Cause I can just get on the freeway, foot to the floor, leave it there, just drive all the way there.
And then cruise control.
Cruise control is so nice. You just and then
the 5-yarder has an Allison in it. It's so nice.
Yeah, it's so nice to have.
I will say I don't like the way they shift down.
It's a little rough
because
or they take a long time too. Sometimes.
Well, that and you can't like brake normally.
No,
because it's almost like it's instant the second you let off the throttle. And just touch the brake just a little tiny bit, it starts shifting down.
Yeah, you can have that. Ours doesn't. Ours takes forever to shift down. It's
is it tunable?
You can have them changed. Allison will actually come out in some cases and plug in and change your shift.
That sounds expensive.
I don't think it's cheap.
Yeah, no, we don't care that much. I was just I don't ever drive that thing. The couple times that I have, I'm just like, nah.
It's a little. They can be, and it depends on the series too. That one's really nice. I like it. It kind of relies more on the exhaust brake more than the downshift, which is nice. Yeah. So it holds its exhaust brake for longer, and then it downshifts and holds the exhaust brake for longer.
That's what I like.
So
I don't like it when it starts shifting down immediately and it just throws it to like 1,800 RPM right away. I'm just like, yeah, I don't really like that much.
Yeah, I think they're all highly tunable. It's all in the computer.
Anyway, I'll stop interrupting you now.
No, it was a good little
tangent we just went off on there.
But back to the autocar thing, which we got off track because of Mack, but back to the other tangent before the autocar thing. The Mack MP series of engines is the exact same as the Volvo D series of engines, identical to the displacement, horsepower. Everything. MP8 is the same as the Volvo D13.
Sort of like how the Mercedes-Benz diesel engines are the same as a DD now.
Yeah. The Mercedes, the DD.
I don't know
which
ones are the
smaller
same,
ones is very similar. Not quite the same, but very similar to like an MBE, older MBE Mercedes. Yep. We have a MBE in a Freightliner dump truck.
And they're decent.
Very fast.
They're very powerful.
They have a ton of power for their size.
But it's also like
weird.
I'd rather have like a cat.
Right, I'd rather have a conventional engine too.
That's the thing is I don't think I'd ever buy anything new enough to not have a cat in it.
No, yeah, me neither.
Personally. Maybe if it was like if I
was operating a company, I don't think I would mind a newer-ish truck. I just don't want anything that has emissions equipment from the factory.
See, that's a double-edged sword too, because you get better mileage with newer trucks.
Right.
But it's going to be most likely it's going to be a higher cost of ownership because
it'll
of
make it all up in that higher
emissions.
Cost.
Although, like I will say, like 104 with the MX-13 and an Allison, it really has not been that big of an issue. I mean, it's had a couple times where it went into D-rate a couple times.
Right.
And it was like one of them was a blown fuse. I think there was a broken wire somewhere on that one, or like a partially broken wire or something, or sensor. I don't remember. It's been a while, so. And like 107, same, basically same truck, but it's got another drop axle and it's got an X15 instead.
Oh yeah.
That one went into D-rate too, but that was the upfitter's issue. That was OSW's thing, where they stuck the stud from the band clamp into the wiring harness. And they were just like, let's just shove this in here.
Yeah, that was
this won't rub and cause problems later. And then it rubbed and caused problems later. Like blew the after treatment fuse and was like, oh.
Nah, that's a problem.
Hey, by the way, you're going into D-rate in 100 miles. You might want to pull over.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't get behind it until it's either a stable system that
it's never going to be
proven.
Because the problem is the government keeps making it tighter.
Yeah.
Like Justin was saying today with the Tier 5.
Oh, yeah.
Were you there for that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about
Tier 5 is going to be even worse.
Yeah.
Like that time I talked about in a couple episodes ago, or whenever that was. It's been so long I can't remember anymore.
It was a couple ago now.
Cummins was making they were adding another heater to the after treatment system, and it was going to have, it was a 480 volt heater or something.
Yeah, so it would have had to have a converter to step.
Oh no, it's going to. It's a thing. They got a little smack on the bottom after the EPA came after them for the Dodge pickups.
Yeah, that was a recent thing, wasn't it? Yeah.
It was a few years ago now because, time
flies,
just
yeah.
Apparently.
But I remember when we discussed that.
Yes, we talked about that too.
Yeah, they got a pretty hefty fine for it.
Yes. And they're trying to be ahead of everything now, for obvious reasons. They don't want to get smacked again.
Yeah, it's a tough one to fight.
But it's going to have its own. It's going to be 480 volt heater in the after treatment system. The whole point of it is to get the after treatment system up to temperature right away.
So you don't have to wait.
So you don't have to wait for the engine to warm up.
Okay.
But it's going to have its own extra alternator, which is like, what's his name was saying in that same video where he was talking about the Autocar truck. He was talking about how, like, in the old days, when with mechanical injection and everything, in the old days, wow.
In the old days.
Anyway, with mechanical injection, there wasn't that much. You had, like, a harness that was maybe, like 10 wires max.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now you have all these you have a giant wiring harness that's like the size of your forearm.
Yeah.
That's going through the same hole
in the
firewall, and there's all this stuff on the engine, like electronic control modules and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
After treatment, EGR, all this other stuff that is going into the same space that mechanically injected engine from the 80s was.
Yeah.
Or 90s.
So you're packing all this stuff into the same size.
Into the same frame rail width.
Yeah.
And you're just making it harder and harder and harder to work on.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, it's going to get to a point where it's going to be like what Deere went through with the right to repair protests and everything.
Yeah.
And I don't know what they're going to do. They're probably just going to tell everybody to piss off.
Pretty much. Or they're going to have to somehow find a way to make
Or they're going to have to be like Autocar and, give people the things they need to repair their own truck.
Yeah.
Like it should be.
That's it.
That's the problem.
I think that's a great thing for them to do.
Everybody's so greedy now. All these corporations, all they care about is making more money.
Yeah. If it's not more money than they made last quarter or the last year or whatever, then they're in their mind they're not making money.
Part of that though goes back to, I don't know if we talked about this yet or not. Henry Ford, when he back in the 20s,
yeah, around there,
long time ago, he wanted to pay his workers $5 a week, which was a lot back then. That was the most anybody had ever offered to pay because he wanted to keep the unions out.
Yeah.
But he wanted to pay people more money, and the Dodge brothers actually worked for Ford.
Yeah, because the Dodge brothers owned stock. However, they bought shares.
Yes.
A large sum of shares in Ford's company.
Yes. So they left Ford, and they sued the company.
Yes, they did.
And it changed the precedent from we want to make a good product for these people that are buying it, and we want them to make their lives easier. It went from that to the only point of a corporation, of a publicly traded corporation, is to make more money for the shareholders.
Yep.
And now it's just been compounding since that day. For 100 years, it's been compounding.
Years. Yeah. Now look what shareholders change in a corporation. What major shareholders change in a corporation? What they're able to do. I mean, if you look at GM for the last, I think it's been a dumpster fire, but for the last, I think since, I believe it was 2020 when they kind of started pushing the whole all EV thing. Mm-hmm. And 2020 is when they really went full force, started to go full force, 2020, 2021. And I think a lot of that is down to who had shares in their company.
Probably.
At the time. Politically, geopolitically.
Well, that and it was a lot of
in politics,
it was a lot of politics, like the administration that was Biden.
In effect at the time of 2020 to 2024.
Because they pushed the EV mandate down everybody's throat.
Oh, yeah.
Ford did it. GM did it.
Everybody was
Chrysler was doing it. Like, one of my cousin's dads bought a new car, and they were, like, really pushing him. They were like, do you want a Wrangler 4xe? And he was like, no, I don't want your stupid electric Jeep.
No.
Get it out of my face.
No.
But they were like, we have to ask.
Yeah, it was
part of that message from corporate, which was brought on by the government, forcing everybody to make a certain amount of EVs. And that was like when we were at Freightliner that day. Will at Freightliner was telling us that that was the state, though, how they were going to have to sell this many electric trucks per diesel truck.
Per diesel truck.
That went away immediately because that's dumb. But but that was part of it. That was the whole time when Biden was president. They were just talking about, everybody's got to make these electric cars, and we're like, nobody wants them.
No, nobody's gonna buy it. Well, nobody like us would buy them because we'd see through the sort of the mandated push, or in the fact that we don't have the infrastructure, and the fact that it's expensive to repair them when they do go wrong. And
well, yeah, like earlier when I was talking about that, I saw a picture. It was like a Chevy Volt or one of their little electric cars.
Yeah, Volt,
and it had
Bolt now too.
The window sticker and the invoice for replacing the battery, and the parts and labor for the battery was a couple $1,000s more than the window sticker of the car, and I would have been like, I would have burnt it to the ground.
Yeah, all right there.
I wouldn't have bought it in the first place. Let's be clear.
I don't think. I don't know. So far, I have seen a couple personal ones, like personal vehicles, but I've seen a lot of government vehicles that are Chevy Bolts and Volts.
And that was because of the whole push during the Biden administration.
Yeah.
My mom dealt with that at her agency, too.
Yeah.
They were trying to... GSA, which is their... that's where they buy all the cars through and everything. Mm-hmm. They were pushing, we need to get all these electric cars, and that's why her Fusion is a hybrid.
Oh, yeah.
Which...
Hybrids
are perfectly fine. Yeah. But it's when you force everybody... Like, when all those Teslas got frozen in Texas and couldn't move.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, so this is what the real world is like.
Yeah.
This is what's going to happen.
Exactly.
This is not practical for everybody. Like you said, the infrastructure's not there. And when we keep adding to an infrastructure that's
not ready
50,
to support
60,
it.
70 years old already.
Yeah.
And can barely support what we already have. You keep adding all these charging stations that are going to draw even more. Where do you think all that extra electricity is going to come from?
It doesn't just come from the
And then
air.
your state government wants to blow all the dams out of the Columbia River because it's bad for the fish.
It isn't.
Stupid.
Hydropower,
Right,
in my opinion, hydropower is one of the most beneficial and one of the most important forms of power
for sure
in the country. Mm-hmm. And I think rather than pushing away from it because some Indian came along and said, well, Native American, whatever.
That's actually indigenous peoples.
People. My bad. Comes along and says, oh no, I can't take the fish from here off season for free because the government gives me my fish and my money and stuff.
We're going to get in trouble for this. I can feel it already.
Sorry. I'm not sorry.
I can feel it.
The state of Washington has a very close relationship with its indigenous peoples.
The Native Americans get away with a lot
around here
compared to us, compared to everybody else.
I can't speak for them because, again, I aren't one.
I aren't one.
But if you look at sort of clauses and laws related to Indian reservations, Native American reservations, whatever you want to call them.
It don't matter. We're not PC here. We don't
true.
care.
Whatever you want to call it, they're a lot more lax. And they can... We obviously...
They don't have to pull permits for
pretty much
anything.
Literally anything.
And they, like Highway 12, that roundabout in the middle of Highway 12.
Yeah.
Have you been out there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was them.
Well,
are you talking about the one in Rochester? Is that what you're thinking of?
Maybe.
Where you get off the freeway there? And it's right there by, like, Tractor Supply and all that stuff?
There is that one, too.
There's that one, but the one way out, like, halfway to Oakville.
I think I've been on that one
with
before.
all the pretty lights in the middle of it and everything.
Yeah.
And it says, which one is that? Chehalis?
Chehalis tribe?
I think so. I don't remember which one that is.
Yeah.
Whichever tribe owns
one of the
Lucky Eagle
tribes.
Casino. But they asked for
Chehalis.
a roundabout, and they got a roundabout in about a couple months.
Oh yeah, they can get in.
Versus like a city or somewhere like a personal project where you got to pull a permit, and then our yard is a good example.
Yeah, for sure.
Pierce County.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good example.
Pierce County. It's been, or like our neighbors that built a house and it took them 2 years to get the permits through just because Thurston County sucks.
Yeah.
Because of gopher studies.
Gopher studies and we know.
I hate gophers so much.
We've been
so dumb.
Doing that for
Yep.
On 2 years now. It's just they just want to. They're a lot more lenient with Native Americans because they treat them as everybody I think has seen on the internet.
Anybody that lives here
or anybody that lives there, we treat them as though they deserve everything because they somehow once owned everything or whatever, or belonged here before we did. Or
I can hear the keyboard warriors.
Oh,
buh.
It's not good. No, I'm thinking.
Whatever.
In my head, the way I'm trying to word this is
we treat them like they deserve reparations for
something we
did to them.
Did to them many
several generations ago.
Well, to the point where being punished for it now, or at least
who's that going to help?
Who's that going to help? Because they don't care. They're not.
I mean, I'm sure they care.
Well,
we can't speak for them.
Right, we can't speak for them. But what I mean is, I guess I don't mean they don't care. They shouldn't really, because they are, in essence, an American people.
Yes,
just like
they're Americans.
They're just Americans. They were born here and they live here. Mm-hmm. They're citizens. That's just it. They don't go out there with their longbow and shoot buffalo. We shouldn't treat them as such either. Mm-hmm. Is what I'm saying, and that seems to be by giving them reparations and separate reservations to live on. Almost feels like worse, because it almost feels like we're treating them like they still shoot buffalo with longbows.
We also gave them the worst land that they could possibly have.
True, and they treat it as such too.
Well, yeah, I've seen
some of the reservations.
All you got to do is drive through a reservation, and it's like, does nobody live here? Like,
yeah, it looks,
when they built them out on the way to my uncle's house out in Oakville.
Oh yeah.
You could drive through the Chehalis reservation. I think it's that one. I don't know. Whatever. You drive through a reservation.
I think so.
And we watched them. They built him a brand new house, and we're like, I wonder just how long it's going to take him to make that thing an absolute shithole.
Just destroy it. Yeah.
Not 2 months later, there was 13 dead cars just in the front, like in the front yard. Like, why?
Why?
There's no pride. Well, I did hear this too. They don't own anything. Like, they're not allowed to own property. It all belongs to the tribe.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So they don't technically own anything.
Huh. That seems messed up.
They're just given it by the tribe.
Well, yeah, given it by the tribe, but the tribe...
But they never own it.
They like...
So there's no pride of ownership or anything.
That would explain that, I think.
So nobody cares. They just throw garbage everywhere.
We got it for free. It's kind of like fishing for sure, I think, is where this is felt a lot. And I know this is kind of a sore subject for...
A lot of people.
Especially natives, but overfishing our waterways because they're allowed to, they're basically just kind of shrugged off, is because they're being given that for free, and they kind of take it for granted quite a bit.
Yeah, I think that's true for sure.
And because they take it for granted, they kind of just fish and fish and fish, and it's fine if you're fishing to feed your family or whatever. I have no problem with that, absolutely whatsoever. I mean, if you're living out on your own land somewhere, you've got thousands of acres yourself, and you got a stream running through it.
Yeah, that's different.
I don't care how much you fish for it or whatever. Who cares? But
if you're just going out on the water just to fish, not without a purpose,
just going out there.
And I don't know what they do with the fish.
Yeah, well, if you go out there and you just kill every fish you catch, which does happen. And you're not doing it necessarily to feed, you're just doing it to have the fish for whatever reason, which I've seen people do.
If you put it to a use, that's fine. But if you're just doing it just to do it, normal people would be punished for that.
Yeah, exactly, but they don't. Usually. I can't speak for them, but I have heard a lot of stories and a lot of second-hand accounts from first-hand accounts of...
That's a good one. I like that.
Yeah. More or less a fancy way to say stories. But I've heard a lot from people watching them just kind of get away with stuff and not get anything but a slap on the wrist. And that's just the way that it is. In this state, I think it's probably always going to be that way, unfortunately, just because...
Yeah, we keep getting towards like to the point where you think it's rock bottom,
and then it goes
further. You find out rock bottom has a basement.
Oh yeah,
and then you think that's rock bottom, and then you just keep going down.
And there's sub-levels to that basement, and it just keeps going. Yeah, for sure. It's like a straight
There's just another hatch. You just open it, and you're just like, oh, look, more stairs. Good.
Oh, look.
We're going down still. Great.
Rock bottom mines. They go deeper.
Oh, look, another elevator. Great. Here we go again.
No. Yeah,
like with the millionaire's tax that just passed.
Oh yeah, I was gonna bring that up.
The unelected sheriff the elected sheriff removal bill is what Sanders called it,
which is pretty accurate when you read it.
Stupid. It's like, well, that's the thing too, and that's why he's such a good sheriff, because he doesn't care about politics. Yeah. He's like, this is bad for the people, and it's bad for the sheriffs, and it's bad for the state,
and it's bad for the communities. It's bad for everything.
So in that bill there was also requirements saying that, which
it's only good for
requirements are fine.
Yeah.
The requirements were you have to be 25 years old, which is fine. You have to have 5 years of law enforcement experience, which is, I don't care, that's fine.
Whatever, yeah.
I think there was more, but anyway, those were the top two that I remember. And his opponent would be disqualified that's running against him.
Yeah.
And he said, this isn't fair to my opponent that you're doing this right now.
Yeah,
How about you wait till the election's over? And it's like, the only people that control whether they get rid of a sheriff or not is an unelected board of state-appointed officials.
Yeah.
And they didn't put any guardrails or any sort of like requirements for them to be allowed to remove a sheriff.
Yeah.
So basically it's, you either do what we say
or you get removed.
Or you're going to get removed.
Yeah. It's the dumbest
Which
thing
is
in the
just,
world.
that's just government control of policing. Blatantly.
It's in
they
the
just
open.
legalized
It's straight
that.
up in the open, yeah.
How is that okay? How does an average, like, a rational-minded person look at that and go, I like that, I want more of that?
Yeah.
I don't understand. How is that okay? The whole point of electing sheriffs is so that they are accountable to the people.
To the people, yeah.
To the people, not to the state.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if the state is corrupt and they aren't doing what the people want, that just allows them to get their fingers into one more element of the government.
Yeah. And control it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't understand.
That's all. Well, and that's the Washington state government has been on a rapid decline.
Since Ferguson got elected,
well, even before that,
well, we thought Inslee was bad.
This guy's worse. 100%.
Oh, Ferguson is terrible.
He's way worse.
Well, I watched Brandy Cruz. You know who she is, right? She worked for Como News, and she got a little too vocal with some of her opinions that weren't in line with the party line.
The Como.
So she got fired.
Of course.
Go figure. They didn't like what she had to say, so they fired her, basically.
Yeah, and that's how...
So now she has her own podcast, and she's been talking about stuff like that and what all the fresh hell that's been breaking loose in our state for the past 20 years.
Yeah.
And what's happening right now, and I just completely forgot where I was going with this. Just fucking gone. Just poof.
Something about Bob Ferguson, because we were going down that track, and the rapid decline of our state's policies as far as...
Yeah, I don't remember.
And the thing is, this has been happening for a long time. When was the last time we had... 40 minutes, so we're almost there.
Well, we're almost somewhere.
We're almost somewhere.
Straight to hell if we don't change our ways.
That's right. What was the word I'm thinking of? When was the last time we had a red governor in this state? I thought it was the 80s.
I think it was the 90s.
90s?
Somewhere in there.
I'll have to look at that. Just out of curiosity. Because
I'm going to start doing this now. So that you remember. So that we don't have to go back and remember.
Governor in Washington State. Holy crap, it was the 80s.
It was?
1984.
Oh, man. That explains a lot.
That's rough. We have basically had a...
One-party rule?
One-party rule for 42 years in the state now. And...
Wow.
Older Democrats, the older ones in the 80s were not near as bad as the ones we have now.
No.
They're
very radical now.
They were way less radical.
They were more towards the center for sure.
Yeah, and you were able to kind of
reason with them.
Yeah, reason with them, and they kind of respected the people a little bit more.
Yeah.
Now it's more government control, just from the standpoint of a farmer.
Basically, we don't care. What you say.
We don't care what you say.
We're
going to appoint our own officials. We're going to make this state however we want it. It's going to be our fantastic fantasy state of perfection or whatever in their mind. And
well, what they want is a communist utopia. That's what they really want. That's their wet dream.
They'll say socialist right now, but it's communist. But that's what they're after. Is government control of everything, government control of grocery stores, government control of police,
government
everything,
which
property.
Historically, has literally never, ever worked.
Off paper, it has never worked. Ever. Every time they tried it. Never.
And I love the response to that. That wasn't the right kind of communism. Yeah, it was. It's never the right kind because it doesn't work.
Well, because in their head, the right kind of communism is somehow, yes, I don't have to work a day in my... Well, socialism. Their idea of... Because it's socialism mainly is what I think they want. And it's, I never have to work a day in my life while my neighbor works for me and earns... We all earn the same money. It's all evenly spread. But what it ends up doing is everybody, a bunch of people stop working. There's no money in the system. Mm-hmm. Everybody loses, and they starve. And
it was like that one time
they can't drink.
That one time I saw a professor. I can't remember what university. One of the big ones, like MIT or
one of the big ones, like Harvard, MIT, Yale.
Yeah. He graded his entire class based on communism.
To try it.
Just so the students could see, because they were all, praising communism.
Yeah.
So he started grading like a communist,
I'm
basically.
I'm going to go ahead and guess.
Everybody failed. The whole class failed.
Yeah.
Because the first test came and, some people failed. Some people did really well.
And so it averaged.
But it averaged out. And then the next time, the people that did really well were like, well, if it's just going to go to these people that didn't try at all, I'm not going to try as hard.
And there's
and then
where
the
the
people at
decline
the
starts.
bottom were like, well, we didn't try last time. Why should we start now?
Exactly.
And then it just did that, and it got closer and closer, and then everybody failed because nobody was trying.
Exactly.
Because nobody wanted to do anything.
That's the point. If what I'm doing right now, as a person, or as, say, a business, if that just gets distributed to everybody else,
what's the point?
what's the point? So then I don't have to, because somebody else will pick up the slack. Nobody else picks up the slack, the system declines, and everybody starves.
Yeah, and then at that point, you're like, what? Why would anything you do matter?
Yeah.
Nothing at all would matter.
Yeah, and that's what happened to multiple attempts. That's what happened in the past. It doesn't work.
But no, that was the wrong kind of communism.
Yeah,
Let's
and the
try
only
it again.
reason they're saying it's the wrong kind of communism is because when you present them with, I mean, it's because they're
Crazy
and
delusional.
factually wrong. But the reason
That's the main part.
The reason in their head, one, they've been conditioned to it, but two, in their head they think of it as the government will give me everything I want, and I won't have to. A lot of it boils down to I won't have to work again because the government will give me everything I want.
That's what they want. But that way, that's like this state, it's easier to get on unemployment and stay on unemployment than it is
to get
a job
in most places.
Which is never the way it should be. That's why people keep voting for them, because they're so dependent on the government that the government gives them everything so they don't have to work.
And think
which
of
is not okay.
The misuse of food card programs. Using that incorrectly. You should, if you're on that stuff, you should only use it for actual necessities. Yes. Not,
I need to get my nails done.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I had this discussion when I was going through CDL class, and I thought it was a really thoroughly interesting truck discussion.
Yeah.
While you're sitting,
truck talk.
Oh, when you're sitting in the back of the sleeper, it goes on.
Oh, yeah. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Time. Yeah.
So we're all sitting there, just kind of chit-chatting, and we got on to food cards, and we're like, the system is okay if maybe you had some kind of an accident, you have a kid, and you just need to feed the kid nutrients and like good stuff, and get on with your life and yourself, and just use it to take care of your family.
That's why the program exists.
However, when you're going out and buying, like going out and buying like a 2-liter of Coca-Cola and
that is not
box
essential.
of candy, that's not an essential nutrient at all. That's a treat. And then going out of your way to buy doing nails or something like that. It's like you're not using that for its intended form, and you're ruining it for everybody else that's on the program too.
Yep, absolutely.
Well, I mean, we're not on it, but
that's because we know how to work. We're not afraid of work.
And using it as a system to
abusing
the system to not have to work for your food is ruining it for everybody else. You're
ruining it for the people that actually need it, that actually can't afford food.
Yeah. It's insane.
Which is the one that circulated when Doge started going through and auditing all the food programs and all that stuff, like the EBT cards.
Yeah.
The one that circulated all over the internet was the woman who was like, "Oh, I can't get my nails done because I can't afford, because my EBT card declined or whatever."
Yeah.
It was like, that's not what it's for.
I remember.
It's for food.
90% of the comments.
Yes.
It is for food.
Okay. How about you get a job? How about that?
Contribute.
And then I saw another reel. I swiped down and I saw the next reel was like, "Huh, weird. All these people are complaining about their EBT cards declining. My debit card never declines."
It's funny how that works when you work.
Weird. When you get a job and you give people your time in exchange for money.
Crazy talk.
And then they give you that money and you can go buy things with it.
Oh, imagine that.
Weird.
Is that so crazy of a concept? But no,
apparently to some people,
they just want to be handed everything.
That's not okay. That's not how it should be.
Well, it's because and we've handed them stuff for so long now that they're reliant on it, and that's the big issue. Really, is they're reliant on this, and that's kind of where you were going with that, or what you said.
That's why we have so many homeless people in this state.
One, that's why we have so many homeless people in this state, and that's why we have so many people that vote for the side that wants to keep that stuff.
Yes,
in effect.
They have a reliant. I don't want to say captive. I mean, I guess it is kind of a captive audience.
Yeah,
Or captive.
for lack of a better term. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's they're captivated by the politics because they're stuck in a rut where they have to feed off of these government programs.
Because they're in so deep to the point where they can't do anything else.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that mosquito was bugging me earlier too.
Yeah, I know. I'm surprised there's a mosquito in here this time of year, but
There's another one buzzing around that light. I can hear it.
Huh.
And it's not just the light.
Great. Yeah, because those are classic.
Classic.
Right there.
Yeah, I don't know. It's. I mean, there's a lot of different ways of thinking about it, but in just my head, the harder you work, the further you should get. And the more you should get rewarded for working that hard.
Working hard.
That's how my brain works.
And that should provide for your... That work should pay off in being able to provide for your family and being able to provide for yourself. And
my goal in life is to work hard enough, rotating a little bit, personal topic.
Yeah.
My goal in life is to that if and when I get married in the future and have a family,
yeah,
which, that's the goal in life. In
that's
general.
Everybody's goal, I think.
I think so, yeah. My goal in life is to work hard enough to where I'm not going to tell my wife that she can't work, which is because it's, her choice.
Yeah, exactly.
But my goal in life is to work hard enough to where she has the option not to.
Not to.
Because I would rather my kids be raised by their mother than a nanny or a daycare center or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I 100% understand that. Yeah.
And then obviously when the kids are old enough, that's a different story. You can do whatever you want.
Right.
It's up to you.
Right.
But I would rather, and especially if I still live in this state, I don't want to put my kids through public education. No. I don't trust it. No. I'm our state.
My family didn't trust it.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't. The things that even when I was in public school, the things that they were trying to ram down my throat.
Oh yeah.
I had a history teacher who every day I would come in and when Trump was president the first time.
Yeah.
When they were trying to impeach him the second time third time or whatever.
That would have been 2019, I think was the year they were trying to do that.
Yeah. So every morning I would come in and he would have the impeachment proceedings on. Every morning I came in, I was always early to school.
Yeah.
I came in probably half an hour early, 20 minutes early, something like that.
Yeah.
And right up until the bell rang, every day he would have the impeachment proceedings on. And it's how is that okay in a public education system?
Right.
Where you're supposed to be neutral,
Yeah.
Neutral, not...
Well...
I don't get it.
The system isn't the public school. I'm not the one to talk because I was never.
You were never in the public school system
for maybe 2 years of my life, and it was.
And you were in Tenino.
It was in Tenino, so it's kind of a little
different story than Tumwater
place, but even I kind of barely vaguely remember, but even in first grade they had some weird ways of teaching it. They did, and I was pretty, looking back on it, I was pretty amazed by it. We did do the Pledge of Allegiance.
Oh yeah, we did that every morning too.
Yeah, every morning. That's all but...
I wonder if they still do.
I think that's all but gone now, unfortunately.
I don't know. But some of the stuff they've shown that they've been showing kids
yes
nowadays is how do you think, how is that okay?
It isn't, but that's just the way that they think, I think, is a lot of it.
They're just trying to brainwash people. It's just a giant propaganda machine, pretty much.
It is.
Which is why I don't
believe in the public school system at all.
Not here, anyway. I'm sure it's different in,
they might be able to...
Wyoming or Montana.
They'd probably be better, in other states, for sure.
If there's a public education system in the middle of...
In Wyoming, I think they have small little schools and stuff across there, and of course they got stuff in the bigger cities, but...
Spoken like a city folk.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just... Someday you think we got to hit rock bottom.
Yeah, you would hope.
Someday it's got to get bad enough to where people...
My dad has said that many times.
I'm sure he's been saying it for 20 years.
He might have been saying it for 20, yeah. But
especially in the last 10 at least.
Yeah, he's been saying it for the last couple.
It's been going steadily downhill.
Oh, yeah.
Your computer's trying to take off over there.
Yes. It's not even being worked that hard. What is your problem? Whatever.
It's probably because it's charging.
Yeah, I think so.
But yeah, I mean, it's been going downhill for a long time. But in the past few years, it's been... The graph has gone down.
Steady coast, and then the last two, it's been
drop
straight
off.
pitfall drop. And now sad. We kind of covered it, but didn't really. But the millionaire's tax is a good one, a good example. There was, an absolute load of people. I think the numbers were over 100,000 people that signed that petition sign-in con, or whatever it was called. Which I did. I believe I signed it, possibly. Mm-hmm. I don't remember if I did or not. But over 100,000 people signed in on that. And we made our voices heard that it's a bad idea. But they went through with it anyway.
And so did all of the Republicans in the state house.
Oh, yeah. It's a terrible idea. Even some of the...
There was like 4 Democrats that voted against it, too.
That said it was a bad idea.
Because it's a terrible idea.
We were at least even trying to get them to make an amendment to it that they couldn't impose the tax on people lower than the million threshold.
And they refused.
And the reason they refused...
I wonder why.
Is because of exactly the reason we didn't want that tax in place in the first place, because they can lower the threshold whenever they want.
You know what scares me?
And impose an income tax.
You know what scares me in general? Think about where we are now and how bad it already is in the state, even with a president who's bringing the price of oil and everything else down.
Oh, yeah.
We're at what? I paid a couple days ago, I think $4.79, $4.89 for diesel.
Yeah, and
over here.
Here's a depressing fact: in Centralia, $5.99 the other day, $5.79 now. Up north, it was $6.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But that's the thing, though. Think about, the national average is what, probably 3 something.
Yeah, I think
for
now,
gas.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if the president was a Democrat right now too?
It'd be way worse.
It would be. Probably, I remember a time when Biden was president that it was $6.05 a gallon.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I bet it was.
And that was at Cenex, which is usually pretty reasonable.
I imagine it was even up north. It may have been close to $6.50, even. I know that California was up to.
There were spots where it was $9 a gallon for gas.
For gasoline, which is beyond insane. And that's the other thing. The Californian people, I saw a lot of Californians that seemed to just kind of take that. Like, they just didn't, they're like, I guess we'll just have to deal with it. But it's like, you don't have to. You can,
That's why his nickname is Governor U-Haul.
Oh, yeah.
Because people are running away. And then he's trying to tax them on the way out.
Really?
It's like, what are you going to, what?
He's just trying to get every last dime he can out of them before they leave.
Well, I saw that.
All those businesses pulled out of there.
What refinery it was, bleeding into that.
Yeah.
There was a refinery that was... the company that owned it was taking like $1 billion loss.
Holy moly.
Just to get out of California. That's how bad they wanted to get out of the state of California.
He took $1 billion loss
just to leave.
I don't know if this is true, but the Starbucks CEO... or
Starbucks headquarters left.
is relocating.
Yep, from our state, yep.
Yeah. And who knows what's going to fall. Like the thing said, it wasn't even
Boeing already left.
It wasn't a Republican thing that said that, I don't think. They straight up said, he's leaving. Who else? There's more people that are going to leave.
Yeah.
That's what they said. That should be...
Yeah.
If a random account's saying it, then that should be common sense.
The problem is that our state government is so... They're so blind in their hatred for Trump.
Oh, yeah.
That they don't care.
Trump derangement syndrome.
They don't care what's good for people. They don't care what's bad for people. They don't care about repercussions.
Opposite of whatever he does.
Can we hinder him? Can we stop him? Can we just do the opposite of what he's doing?
Yeah.
And it's not good for people. And they don't care. Not at all. They just don't care.
No. Yeah, they don't care at all.
That's the problem.
Because they want... Ultimately, they want their ideology and they want their power over us, ultimate power over us, as the people of the state. So they basically just want us to sit down and shut up
and and just deal with it.
And pay and give them money.
And that's not how the world works, my friend.
No, because what you're going to see is the same thing California saw.
Everybody's going to leave.
Are going to pull out.
Which they're already doing.
Yeah. They already... I think even when... It might have been when this mosquito is the most annoying thing ever, by the way. Oh!
I think I got it.
I think it's dead. It's dead.
Got him. Ladies and gentlemen,
we got him. Let's go. It's over. All right. But yeah, where I was going with that is they want us to pay a bunch of money. Yeah, anyway, everybody's already pulling out. And I bet you when that tax was proposed, a bunch of businesses already preparing
I'm sure
their game plan.
There's board meetings happening right now.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I bet there were when it was proposed, because I guarantee you.
Well, just think about...
Most people were going to be... They looked at that and they went, that's probably going to pass.
Yeah, well, it's Washington State.
Because it's Washington State.
Yeah.
It's a blue majority, so they looked at that and went, that's probably going to pass. Let's set up a contingency plan for moving out of here as quickly as possible before they start to do what California did and tax you on the way out.
Which is probably that's probably next.
Oh, I'm sure Washington's going to start doing that immediately.
Well, the problem is they can't help themselves but spend more money.
Oh yeah,
they can't help but spend more money, but they already have enough money to do what they need to do.
Yeah.
They just spend it on shit that we don't need.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That we just don't need.
The people don't want it.
The people don't want it. Half of the state government doesn't want it. No. Well, under half now. Now they have a supermajority. But
as if they didn't have that already for the last 42 years.
Yeah. And that's why it's such a liberal hellhole.
Because it has the same.
We've had one-party government for the last 40 years.
Yeah, it's weird what that does to a state.
Weird. And I mean, I'm impartial enough to say it's not great the other way either.
Oh,
when it's just been Republicans for the last 40 years. Like, look at states like Louisiana, and places like that where it's like bug, maybe, I don't know. Ew.
Anyway, when
it's not great the other way either.
No.
I mean, that's why we have competition. That's why that's the whole point of competition, is to make it so that you're trying to beat this person, which means you're trying to do better than them.
Yeah.
The problem with our government, or the two parties now, is they've stopped trying to be better than each other.
Yeah, and just
They're just trying to turn half of the people in the country on their side against the other party.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to work together and doing what's good for the people, they don't care about that anymore.
Yeah, look back at the 80s. Mm-hmm. They were working across party lines with each other to
even the 90s
for the people. Yeah, true.
I was talking to my grandpa about this earlier, and he said, believe it or not, Bill Clinton was not a bad president.
Yeah. Even
though he was a Democrat, he was just a sleazeball of a person.
Yeah, as a person.
He wasn't a great person, but he was not a bad president.
Right.
But the thing about that is, by his standards and the things he said in the 90s, he would be a Republican today.
Yeah.
Just because of how much the party lines have shifted.
Well, yeah.
Like Kennedy would have been a Republican in today's political world.
Yeah, 100%. And I think even the Bushes, one of the Bushes would have been. I think one of the Bushes was, though. Shoot.
W was a Republican.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure HW was, too. I don't remember.
I think so.
I think they both were.
But
anyway, a lot of reasonable people in the past, they would have been on the other side, just because of how much ideology has shifted in the past. Even since Trump came down the escalator, that's pretty much when it started changing.
Yeah.
And they just started demonizing him because he threatened the system so much.
Yeah.
Because he can't be bought. Because he was worth $3 billion already.
Yeah, so
he's like, I don't need your money. I don't care.
Yeah, it's not about money to him. It's about bringing back the way America used to be. So whether that be through negotiation or what, he's going to do it for him. Or a war, yeah. A war, like right now.
Yeah, kind of like right now.
Right now,
yeah.
for oil.
That thing that's happening.
Oil related.
No, it's not. necessarily
Well, not really.
will.
It's more of a...
It's because they're like the #1 sponsor of global terror.
Yeah, and so we need to get rid of that too. And I think the war... That's why the war on terror was a good thing, for the most part, in some cases.
It was a very ineffective war.
We had a... What do they call it? A forever war?
Yeah.
I believe.
Which is... It's just funny to me because that's what they're calling the war with Iran, is a forever war, and it started last week.
Yeah. Look at what we've done already.
And we've basically eliminated their Air Force and their
Navy, yeah.
And most of their missile launching capabilities.
Yeah.
In like 9 days.
And their first leader.
And their second leader.
And potentially or possibly their second
leader.
No,
there was another one before that.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know if they had named him yet, but they were like, him and Han, like, this guy might be good. And then he was, no longer among the living.
And so
suddenly
the third one that they have hidden.
So now it's the Ayatollah's former Ayatollah's son.
Yes.
Who's hiding in a bunker somewhere because he doesn't want to get blown off the face of the map like everybody else.
Yes. That is what's happening.
And there's parades in the streets of Iran, and there's people holding signs that say "Thank you, President Trump."
Yeah. And
there's a bunch of Iranian women that have taken the, how do you say it without being racist, hijab.
I don't know. It's a veil type thing, but yeah, I know what you mean. They've taken that off.
The towel. They took they're showing their hair is what I'm trying to get at here.
Yeah.
Trying to be somewhat PC about it. I guess.
Yeah, a little bit. Just kind of trying to tread that line a little bit because that's kind of a tough one. But
yes, they're showing their hair because they're not being threatened to be executed or slapped around or whatever by the men anymore, which is a good thing.
Yeah,
people should be free.
I think so, and a similar thing happened with Maduro as well. That was hilarious. That was probably my favorite interventional act of the year. Was 32 minutes to steal a dictator is pretty good. I think that's pretty good.
An unelected dictator.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "Come get me," and Trump was like,
"Okay, want to bet?
Want to watch?" Well, no. He was like, "Watch me.
Watch me.
Watch me."
Yeah.
And then he was suddenly in America facing federal prison.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, they. That was pretty effective, I think.
And the whole war is serving another purpose too, because the world is remembering why our defense budget is so big.
Yeah.
I just like all the memes that are like laughs in defense budget. They're
laughs in defense budget.
They're like staring at each other, and one of them's like, when your entire GDP or when your defense budget is bigger than their entire GDP.
Laughs in defense budget.
And they're just like, you really want to talk shit?
Yeah,
Are you sure about that?
The ones I saw was like, Iranian. It was F-35s having to shoot down Iranian F-14s. I'm sorry, little one.
I'm sorry, little one.
Because we give all the other countries' air forces our very old, outdated aircraft.
Yes.
So that ours is already so many generations ahead that when we get into fights with them, it's just kind of like, oh, look at that little guy. Look at him try.
He's so cute. Look at him go.
It's so funny.
And then he gets blown up.
Yeah. It's funny. We've rigged the war logistics system in our favor by allowing old aircraft to enter circulation. I think that's kind of funny. Mm-hmm. We've rigged it in our favor by doing that.
And people are remembering, as the fat electrician says, nobody is better at putting warheads on foreheads than the United States of America.
That's right. That's right.
We have the greatest unhealthcare system in the world.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's another purpose this war with Iran is serving, is people are just remembering just how big the defense budget is.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
And how serious it is when you...
Somewhat a show of force in a way. And they haven't even showed off the full... They don't want to show whatever. I forget what the new jet is. I already forgot what the new jet's.
They won't show it off because they don't want
designation.
They're not going to let people see. All the goods.
They grounded it for this war because they didn't want people to see what it was
capable
of was what the...
Well, it was unnecessary, too.
Yeah, we don't need it.
Because they have an outdated Air Force, so it's like, why would we send in,
we
that's
can
just
use
like...
the ones we were already using.
Yeah.
We don't need to use those right now. And they didn't want to show the capabilities, so they couldn't respond to it if they had a means to, but...
Nobody does.
Right now, I don't think anybody does. Nobody does. As of now.
No. Yeah, now Iran is a lot. Let's just say a lot further behind than they were.
When they started.
In the realm of they almost had an ICBM that was gonna reach America, and we're like, well, can't have that.
Nuh-uh.
Or nuke, like Operation Midnight Hammer.
Yeah. Midnight Hammer.
When they, eliminated the nuclear program.
Yeah.
And they were like, you still want to talk shit, huh? Trump was like...
It's so funny.
Are you sure? Are you sure about that?
Are you sure about that,
buddy?
Are you sure about that?
And now they have no Air Force, and no Navy, and no missiles.
Yeah. You don't want to mess with that.
And they're not going to have any for a long time.
What was it? It was like... Death to America, and now he's dead by America.
Yeah, well, that was Senator John Kennedy. He was saying that. He was like, I don't hate anyone, but I hope the Ayatollah rests in pieces. That was hilarious. And then he also said something like that, where he was like, "What did you just say?" My brain.
Like death for America.
Oh yeah, so the people that were
America.
That was Pete Hegseth that said that, Secretary of War. He was like, they chanted death to America, now they've been given death by America. That's what he said.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was pretty funny.
That's just what happens.
It's just like, well,
if you target...
F around and find out.
Yeah, exactly.
They effed around, now they're finding out.
It's like Trump's main policy is FAFO.
Pretty much.
That's literally like...
That's literally his foreign policy is FAFO.
Yeah. FAFO is his foreign policy, so he puts that in like every post. It's so funny. Oh, it's funny.
These are the consequences of your actions. Knock, knock.
Knock, knock. Who's there? America. Suckers.
Yeah, he's the only one that's had the stones big enough to actually do instead of just talking.
Yeah, or...
Everybody else has been all talk and no action, and he's just
going... We can't say anything right now necessarily about how long the war will go, because it's only been a week.
And it's only been a week.
It's pretty impressive. But because it's only been a week, we don't really know. But before, like in the past, they would get there, and it was kind of, they worked off of the older policies of war. They set up forward operating bases or whatever, and set up bases, and then it kind of went stale.
This is how you get a forever war.
Yeah, when you go stale,
instead of just using all of the things at your disposal.
Yeah, trying to play it safe.
The enemy.
Trying to play it safe, and be safe with your equipment and not use it has extended a lot of wars in the past.
I think Trump is so far ahead of everybody else. He's 10 steps ahead of everybody else. Because he started this war, right? And the Democrats they have the TDS so bad.
Yeah, the Trump arrangement.
That all they can do is go against what he says.
Oh, yeah.
So now he's got them talking good and supporting Iran. The world's former number one sponsor of terror.
Yeah.
And they're defending him. They're defending Iran.
Yeah.
Because it's not what Trump said.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Just like how there were videos all over the internet of pregnant women taking Tylenol after Trump was
because he said it's not good for...
And even though it says on the bottle, on the Tylenol bottle, do not take if you're pregnant. Or, this can be harmful if you take while you're pregnant.
Yeah.
Or something to that effect.
But the TDS got to him, and they were like, I'm going to take it now to defy what he said, and then who knows what effect that'll have,
I just like all the people running in the past were like, this was... Oh, I can't can't remember who said it. I think it might have been Dan Bongino. We were watching him earlier. But he was like talking about how, all the presidents in the past have been like, here's a red line in the sand, don't cross it, or we might possibly do something to maybe show you why you shouldn't cross it.
Yeah.
Trump was on the campaign trail. He's like, I'm gonna bomb the shit out of him, just blatantly, just like, this is what's gonna happen if you vote for me. And then everybody voted for him, and now look at what's happening.
Yeah,
he's bombing the shit out of him.
Exactly.
I love it.
It's what I voted for.
This is what I voted for.
Yeah. I voted for a foreign policy that I can be proud of, not a foreign policy where we just send money and hope it works.
Yeah, and that was another quote. Was like when Obama was president, and he was like, "Also, don't stub your toe on this pallet of money," because he just gave him pallets of money.
Yeah,
and it's just like, why?
Why? I don't understand the like.
There's another John
giving foreign countries huge sums of money to spend when I think the superior form of. I'm not one to talk, but I think that the superior form of interventionalism is going in and stepping in.
Warheads
even
on
though
foreheads, baby.
It does put our military members at considerably higher risk.
Yes.
I still think that making or putting people or putting our military in an interventional situation is still better than just throwing money at them and hoping they spend it the right way.
Because they're not.
Because they're not going to. How, like, well, you think they're going to just spend it on, drop everything and start spending it on R&D for new military equipment in the middle of a war?
Nope.
I doubt it.
Well, that's the thing, is like, you can never negotiate and be successful getting what you want in the negotiations unless there is a fear behind what you're saying.
Yeah.
Presidents in the past have said, do what we want or else. Well, the or else didn't mean anything.
No.
Look at what it means right now.
Exactly. And that's like, even though the tariffs negatively affected, I don't really care that it did, because in the end result, we got a lot of what we wanted out of it. Trump is a negotiator first. He's a businessman first. Mm-hmm. The reason he put the tariffs in place was to negotiate with these countries.
Yes.
And it worked. Because they were like, oh, no, you won't. It'll cost you too much. And then he did. And then they went, oh, crap.
Watch me.
I guess
I'll do it.
I guess we have to.
He's like that meme of Goofy. I'll do it again.
Yeah, I'll do it again. And he shook hands with a lot of people.
And the tariffs too, like, did you see Spain? They tried to be all politically correct and against war and all this, and they were like, you can't keep any of your supplies or munitions or planes or whatever at any of your military bases in our country for this war. And he was like, guess what? We're not trading anything with Spain anymore. And like 8 hours later, they were like, okay, fine. They folded right away. And it's like weird.
Spain
when there's consequences for people's actions, they actually consider the repercussions of what might happen to them. Weird.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the issue. We had a lot of stale,
soft politicians
that want the best for those that have more or less lobbied or invested in them. Mm-hmm. And when you are unviable, you're just going to do what's best for what the people voted for.
Yes.
Like, there's a sign off just before exit 88 that says, what did it say? We the people voted for this or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was like a red, white, and blue sign. We the people voted for this, or
that's cool.
Something similar to that. And I was like, that's a pretty cool sign.
There was I think it was you.
Oh, yeah, it says, we the people voted for this, leave Trump alone.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what it says on the sign.
Trump was on Oprah like 30 years ago, long time ago.
Forever ago, yeah.
And she asked him, maybe it wasn't Oprah, it was some talk show. Anyway, she asked him, would you ever consider running for president? And he said, I wouldn't want to, but if it ever got that bad, I would consider it.
Yeah. Apparently it got bad.
It got that bad. And now look at what's happening.
Yeah.
To the people that said he would never be president.
Yeah, he was an actor, kind of. He was more of
a reality TV star and a businessman.
But he cameoed in a couple. He cameoed in a couple movies.
Home Alone 2.
Home Alone 2 is one of them.
Lost in New York.
Yeah, he was in that one. He's a businessman first.
And that's the thing, too, is how much it shifted from before he ran for president. Everybody loved him.
Yeah.
They loved him until he threatened the system.
Yep.
And now they hate him.
Yep.
Forever. So much so that 2 people have tried to kill him.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's 100% accurate.
That's all you need to see right there.
Because between then and now, their ideology has been on such a steep shift and
you can say that again.
Yeah, steep shift, sudden, to the point where they've been, at least in the last 4 years more than any, brainwashed, for lack of a better term, into doing whatever it takes
to go against him,
to be a part of this greater ideology or whatever.
Yeah, people say TDS isn't real. It is.
Oh, it is. It
for
is.
sure,
and
it is real.
The reason it is because they've been so conditioned to.
Well, it's because they've been spoon-fed that he's a bad person. He's not a bad person.
No.
Anybody that actually knows him knows he's not the monster that the media makes him out to be.
Oh yeah, and
I'm not that I know him.
No,
but,
and yeah, that's the thing. We don't
I've
know
watched
the guy.
Stories from people like Dan Bongino knows him personally.
Yeah.
Not, like I have dinner with him every night.
Right.
Look at how high class I am.
Yeah.
But he's like, I've met him. I've been around him. I've been near him.
Right.
He's not that guy.
No.
He's a much better person than people think he is.
And the reason also is the media is the system. They're a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's
for sure.
They're owned by large firms, large enterprises.
What are you doing over there?
I have a piece of metal off of my sweatshirt I'm messing with. But they're owned by large enterprises and firms with families that date back, clear back to even when this country was started.
Like the Rockefellers.
Like BlackRock. There's another family I can think of off the top of my head that I just was thinking about.
You're welcome. I interrupted you and it's gone.
But now it's gone.
Anyway.
It's a big one. They had, it's crazy weird thing. But that family had pulled its family members out of the towers before they were hit.
Mm-hmm.
Like right before, the day before.
Almost like it was, planned or something.
Weird. Yeah.
Oh, I've seen memes. I've seen some really controversial memes.
Yeah.
It was like the guys on the plane that hijacked the plane and flew it into the tower. He was like the day before, and they were like, "Should we go on vacation?" And he was like, "No." Bush said to hit the towers in the morning. And it was like, ooh, ooh, that's a spicy meme right there.
Spicy. There's a lot of pretty intriguing to entertain conspiracy, wild, but it's conspiracies that make you go, huh.
That's another thing too.
That's interesting.
My mom and I watched a couple documentaries about JFK.
Yeah.
And they were like, the whole thing that was pushed when he was shot was there was one shooter, and it was Lee Harvey Oswald.
Right.
There was one shooter. Then he was shot twice. The bullets were at completely different angles. And the way that people like that have been framed, people that have different ideas, that they couldn't, possibly be, the government couldn't possibly be wrong, and we should just believe them blindly without thinking for ourselves.
No.
That crowd has been towing the line for so long that they will call anybody else a conspiracy theorist just because they have a different idea than them.
Yeah. Well,
there are some.
The FBI and the CIA told us this.
Yeah.
Not the people
the government
you want
told you
to
that.
Trust at all when
And
when they tell you to believe something. at all.
It's to the point where those people, they just have towed the line for so long they don't know any different.
No, yeah.
And it's like, there are some, of course, there's some theories that are like,
there's some absolutely wild ones. It's like, well, calm down.
But it's like, especially now that he declassified the Kennedy files on his assassination. Now we know there's more evidence than maybe the government let people see.
Yeah.
And it shows that there were 2 bullets and they were at completely different angles.
Yeah.
And it's like, that didn't come from one shooter. Sorry, buddy.
A little bit weird. Yeah, exactly.
And they had an interview. It was a documentary, obviously. So they had an interview with all the doctors where he was taken, where they tried to save him first.
Yeah.
And they all said there were things that we saw that were then disappeared from the record.
Yeah.
Or were never put in the official report,
I kind of remember that now.
And then there was this other guy they brought him to Bethesda to do an autopsy instead of doing the autopsy at the hospital because it was I can't remember where he was shot. It was in Texas. But the doctors tried to stop them from taking his body out because they said any murder that occurs in this county, the autopsy has to be done in this county. So they were going to do the autopsy in the hospital right there. And I don't know if it was FBI or Secret Service or somebody. They pushed him out of the way and took his body away.
Really?
And took it back to Washington, D.C. and did the autopsy there.
Huh.
Where the doctors are all military doctors.
Yeah. And they can be told what
They can be told what they saw.
And what to do. Sketchy.
It's pretty windy outside. I can hear it.
Yeah. It's bad.
But yeah, it was like... So these people saw... There was 15 doctors that were there when Kennedy came into the hospital where he was shot, in the same county where he was shot, that all saw the same thing. And then when he gets to Washington, D.C., it's a completely different thing.
Different story, yeah.
Different story. Things aren't where they were supposed to be. The one thing that got me was half of his head got blown off. This whole part of his head was a flop. When there's pictures of him on the table. And when he got to D.C., it was magically back. It was back where it was supposed to be. And all the pictures of him had his scalp on. And it was like, that's a little suspicious.
Huh.
The thing, and that was the thing that I was like, I was talking to my mom about this. I was very heated.
Yeah.
It was like, please explain to me how, if the official record states that his head was intact, why his wife was on the back of that Continental picking up pieces of his brain.
Yeah. How can that be
Can you explain that one to me?
How can that be
because
possible?
That doesn't make sense.
It's not logical.
Anyway.
Yeah,
that was
right.
Just tangent again.
Well, yeah, we went on the conspiracy tangent, but yeah, I think people that just straight up hear the first thing from
the government and believe it blindly,
FBI, CIA, whatever, and just go, yeah, okay, that's the truth. That's the full.
I believe in what Ronald Reagan said: trust but verify.
Trust but verify.
If you don't verify, then they can spoon feed you whatever they want, and you'll believe it.
Yeah, that's right.
Which is terrifying.
That is a terrifying concept. They can change the narrative to be whatever they want it to be.
Which is what they've been doing for the last...
Yeah, that's
probably since Kennedy was shot.
Where we started, the media.
We did a weave. We've come back.
Yeah.
We've come full circle.
The media is owned by very wealthy, very powerful families that have been here since the very beginning of this country. And they've been able to control...
Yeah, they've been controlling the narrative for a long time.
For a very long time.
In my head, I really believe that
it's worse.
The last Democrat that cared about the country was Kennedy.
Yeah.
That actually wanted what was good for the country. Maybe Clinton, because he was all right, but
he was, yeah,
Jimmy Carter.
Yeah. No.
Jimmy Carter did a terrible job.
Horrible. Yeah.
Joe Biden, terrible job.
Obama,
terrible job.
When you don't do anything for anybody except...
And it's not just Democrats either. I'm not trying to be all one-sided. George Bush started a war that lasted that killed a lot of people.
Yeah.
That was Americans. Not... I mean, with the circumstances they had at the time, it might have been justified, but we should not have been there for that long.
No.
A lot of people died that didn't need to.
Yeah, I think that wasn't... It wasn't as justified as they might have made it seem. I mean, yeah, you just went through this extremely shaking experience of the towers being hit. I mean...
We didn't. We weren't alive
We
yet.
weren't alive then. And maybe... Some theories. Maybe he did it, but... it's pretty out there.
That's one that I'd need some proof.
It's like, I don't know that he...
That's one of those ones that was kind of
it.
out there.
It might be... Maybe it's a very powerful company or corporation that might have done that. I could see that in a way, for sure. That I don't know if he did, but because right after that...
Anyway.
Moving
on.
Scathing over that, right after that was the beginning of the War on Terror.
And that lasted for
Way
a long
too
time.
long. Because...
It was still going on when Trump was president the first time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember.
Because he was the one that started withdrawing troops from Afghanistan, and then, there was that wonderful experience that was Joe Biden's pullout game being terrible.
From 2020 through till 21 or 22. That was a
that got
masterclass.
13 people killed.
Yeah, that was a masterclass in how not to do that.
There was a Texas Roadhouse restaurant that had... I don't know if they still do it or not, but on the month that happened, for a month afterward, they had a table sitting there with 13 empty glasses of beer.
Wow. That's actually pretty
for
cool.
showing, support for those people. Which, yeah, that shouldn't have happened.
It shouldn't have, yeah. Shouldn't have been the case.
What are you going to do about it now?
Nothing, except go
talk
back.
about it.
Yeah. Except to have our country go back and
Those
do it better the second time.
Who don't learn from history are doomed to repeat it.
Mm-hmm. I think it's fair to say that our nation's military learned.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Well, military is a lot better than it was a few years ago.
Yeah. When they first went there, the Humvees weren't armored. They were just canvas-covered, basic rigs.
Now we have IED-proof, quote-unquote IED-proof
I think they're
Humvees.
Pretty stout. Well, they had the up-armored Humvees, which were heavy and slow, and now they moved to the, I forget the platform they called it, but it was the bottom of the truck itself was heavy plate in almost like a V bottom to deflect IED blasts to the bottom and out, which is way better than even the up-armored Humvees were for that, and they're so much safer for our troops, and they're more expensive, but they are more capable by quite a bit, so it kind of scales, I think, and so that's a lot better now. Generally, our
military is a lot better now.
A lot better now.
It's a lot stronger. We have a lot more. I think there's a lot more cards up the sleeve than people realize too. Because there's what they show us, the little people,
but there's things that they
don't show us that are just prototypes that they can release whenever they want.
I liked they call it the anti-drone laser thing for the cartel drones. I don't know if you heard about that, but they had that. I don't remember what it was. If I did, I would know and I would tell you, but it's probably something that we aren't supposed to really know a whole lot about.
Yeah.
But it's some kind of a defense system, air defense system that fires a high-powered, either it's like high-powered radio interference signal, or it's
like an EMP kind of.
Yeah, like an EMP or more. And I know that it disables the drones that come in from the south border pretty effectively.
It's good. It's what you want.
Yeah. So, that's good. At least.
I don't know. All we can say is this will make the world safer.
Yeah. Try to, anyway.
And this will remind people this is what happens when you mess with America.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I think on the vein of safety, the less sort of rulers and dictatorships that get access to extreme technology defense systems or extreme technology offense systems, the safer it'll be, the less that they have access to that stuff. And so the quicker
it's better for the world that they don't have it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they're the former biggest sponsor of world terror. Just in general, I mean, they gave money to everybody.
Yeah.
All the terrorists, they gave money to pretty much all of them. So
yeah,
keep bombing the hell out of them. That's all I gotta say.
Until they
finally cry uncle.
Yeah, until they finally just go, hey,
please make it stop.
Where'd everybody go?
When they have that missile now, that doesn't even have any explosives on it. It just has a tip, and when it gets close to who they want to kill, it's a bunch of knives.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And there's a video of it hitting a car, and it hit the driver, and the other 3 guys got out of the car.
Yeah.
Right after.
That accurate.
Just think about that.
From that far away.
Yeah.
We're down to one person.
One guy.
We took out, who did we took somebody out on their front porch with one of those. I do not remember. It was either a dictator or another terrorist sort of sponsor person, and we deployed it on them while they were on their front porch, and it got them.
Nope, missed. Didn't get it that time.
Tempted a mosquito again.
Didn't quite get there.
But yeah.
What do you think? What are we at now?
I think we're hour 36, so
that's pretty good.
That's a pretty good.
For not doing it for,
Yeah.
When was the last one?
I looked at that. And now I don't have it, but I know that the year said 25.
Oh, so it's been
26.
a good 3 months at least.
Yeah, at minimum. I think it was literally close to the end of January. So, February, March. A month and a couple days. Total. For that one.
We need to try and do this more.
Oh, yeah.
I say that every time, and it never happens, but...
Oh, yeah.
But we definitely need to try and...
For
schedule it more.
Yeah, it's just,
Time is very elusive.
Fleeting. Especially, I think, after we're done there and we move on to...
it's going to be bad.
Full-time work.
You're just going to be flipping dozers and stuff. You'll be fine.
Good full-time work. Good full-time work.
Yeah, but you're done by 5 every day, so... Depending on the day.
Phone company done by... Start at 7, end at 4, then come here and work.
Are you going to work full-time there?
Probably for a little bit. Anyway.
You should come work at H-Con Incorporated.
It's a cool story. My dad worked 4. He worked... It was funny. He goes, yeah, I tried 410s once at the phone company. Didn't work. Because they always had me working Friday. He went to Kalama to work 410s. But nobody was ever there on Friday, so he always got stuck working there Friday.
Nice.
So it wasn't 410s.
Yeah,
it was either 510s or 410s and an 8.
We joked about that one day, and Mark was like, there's no way. Here, no.
No. That
Unless the whole company is working 410s, and even then there's stuff to fix when they're not working.
Oh, yeah. It doesn't. 410s doesn't work.
I'm sure
for a utility company at all.
Going to be so busy that I won't even have time to wipe my own ass.
Yeah, I guarantee it. Oh yeah, I'll be there too, at some point, because I've already got.
I'm just ready to be done. I think I'm just burnt out.
Yeah.
With school in general.
Yeah.
Tired of having homework. It's just done. Let's just get it over with.
Yeah.
At least I can go to work and I don't have to think about work when I'm done with work.
Right.
That's the thing for me now. Is just like I don't have to think about work when I'm not home unless they're texting me actively, and that's pretty rare.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that most of the time I enjoy. Sometimes I'm ripping my hair out, like throwing stuff, but usually I'm pretty calm.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't mind it. I'm not there yet, I don't think. I'm just more... I've been there for 5 years now. And I think
that's a good point. I've been there for that long too.
Yeah, 5 years, and it's like we're almost there. We gotta. Oh.
Yeah, because we both did running start.
Yeah.
What did you do in running start?
So just I was starting for a standard associate's degree. I actually started going for an engineering degree.
Yeah.
And then turned from engineering to diesel tech.
Well, I'm glad you did, because then
glad that
you
I
know
did.
we're in this. We're in this together,
oh,
buddy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, when I failed the first difficult, like first of the
math
hard
classes.
stage math classes,
Yeah.
that's when I went, this is going to be the entire thing for engineering. I went, I'm good, thanks. And then I
like monkey see, monkey do, monkey turn wrench.
Out of chance, pure chance, my dad had already done it. He had talked about it a little bit. He said, they got diesel tech there. I don't know what it wasn't much, because when he was there was no bachelor program. There wasn't much to it. He said, there wasn't much to it when I went there, but you can try it. I had no idea.
You can try it.
Called Brian one day out of the blue for the first time. Said,
oh yes, Mr.
I'd like to get in there. And it was at that right at the turning point when they were switching from the old first year style to the new first year style. So they actually had me, because I had already done an associate's, they had me stay out of that and
the trades.
Skip to the second year.
Yeah, what's that like?
I know.
I got kind of shafted in that whole deal there.
You did. But
I could have graduated high school with an associate's degree.
Yeah.
And then I would have been a third year when you were
when I was
a second year.
But it just happened that I decided, I want to start my second year. Walked into the classroom, Jake Conrad at the front of the podium. Sat down.
Oh,
very
good old
first
Ron
class.
Cad.
And the moment I was like, yeah, this is for me, was I think when he
clicked.
He had said something that was really funny, because it was a.
Did he tell you what the secret curriculum is?
I don't know if it was the secret curriculum that made it click. It wasn't that. It was more of he made fun of somebody for being an idiot. And I thought that was the funniest thing in the world. And I was like,
oh yeah, it was probably me.
It was right there when I don't remember who it was, but he did that, and I was like, oh, this is
where I belong. These are my people.
Cool. I was like, if they can, because I had come from going up campus every day and wanting to be there as little as possible. Just get in, do my classwork, get out, don't listen to a word they say, just do the work they want me to do, because I knew that their opinions were so far away from mine.
And then you go to the CTE building, and
then
it's
walked
just
in, sat down at that metal table. There was a crane on a little roll-around gantry with hooks. And
in the classroom,
and I went, yeah, all right, this will work.
Yeah.
4 years later,
these are my people.
Yeah, these are my people. 4 years later,
now here we are.
In fact, I don't know if you remember this, but the second day of second year class, first thing we did was go on a field trip.
Yeah.
In fact, we all got in a.
Where did we go? If you tell me where we went,
that was the Pacific in Woods show.
The what?
Pacific Live in Woods show.
Yeah, the logging congress.
The 9th annual one.
Yeah.
That Pacific Live in Woods show logging congress thing was the first field trip we had ever gone on, and it was a second year class, second day.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, man, we're already going on a trip. What kind of
field trip?
What kind of school is this? We were in a van, right there.
Don't say that.
It was a Ford Econoline van, the green.
Was it was it the green one? I thought it was the blue one.
I don't know if we were. I don't think we were in the blue one. So I think we were in the Econoline van. You said something about IDIs, and that was right around the time I bought my 6.2, and I said something about 6.2, and then we started talking, and then that was it.
I probably was something like Ford IDIs are better than
it was
GMs.
Well, you talked about Autolite glow plugs.
Oh yeah, because that was right after I'd pulled the Autolite glow plugs out of my.
Because they were stupid.
My 89.
They'd already failed. And you were talking about how junk they were, and I was like, talking about that or whatever, OEMs or whatever, and the rest is history from that point forward, pretty much.
Yeah, we pretty much got along right away.
Well, yeah, because
I had never met you before that.
Neither have I. I know that we've probably at some point crossed paths.
Just like, who's this retard?
Yeah, exactly. Both of us, I think, were like,
this guy has the same tism that I do. Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah, it was more of a, we had almost certainly a long time ago crossed paths before, but it was so long ago that I don't think either of us would have remembered, and I don't think anybody would have known. But it would have been forever ago, and then all of a sudden
you're like, wait, who's your uncle?
Yeah, it was literally. I remember that because we were standing by the Ford tractor, and I went because I had went home the day before when you were talking about something, and then I went home and I went.
Something clicked.
Wait a minute. And then I was talking to
my
dad.
Wait a minute.
He goes, wait. I think that's Casey's nephew.
Yeah,
and
sure
I went,
is.
Wait, what? Yeah, you know Bob Overman? That's his grandson. I went, wait, what? So I asked you that next day, standing by that tractor. I went,
sure is.
Wait, is Bob Overman your grandpa?
Yep.
Sure
is.
Oh, okay.
And the rest is history.
And I guess that's it then.
Now we're sitting here doing a podcast together.
Yeah, literally.
Apparently we get along.
That was 3 years ago. I just remember.
Man.
Wait a minute. It all makes sense now.
It finally clicks.
It all makes sense now. And
man.
Both people that we are related to went through that same program. Exactly. They graduated exactly to the year 20 years ago. Or 30 years ago.
Don't say that.
30 years ago.
Don't say that. That makes me feel old.
30 years ago, Casey and my dad, exactly, 1996,
Dennis
graduated
Quaid.
that program. That's right. 30 years ago to the year. 96 to 2026.
Oh, man.
It's pretty crazy.
Wow.
Pretty crazy.
I thought it was 97.
97 or 96?
I think it's 97.
I don't remember.
Because I remember Casey graduated high school in 95. I don't remember.
Is that right?
Why don't you ask your dad?
I don't know.
He would probably know.
You know, there's a pretty good
chance that he would go, I don't remember. It was a long time ago.
That is very high possibility. That was a long time ago. You expect me to remember that?
That's my response for people that ask me things, and I'm just like, I don't remember what I had for breakfast. How do you expect me to remember that?
There is a newspaper clipping that my dad has zero recollection of from 30 years ago.
You remember you telling me about that?
It has his picture in it from his high school graduation. Just when he was, I think he was wearing suspenders and whatever. Because he was originally gonna go into forestry. His reason for not going into forestry at the time in 1995 when he graduated high school, so it would have been 97 because I think he graduated in 95, maybe 95.
I remember that was one of the details that I think I remember.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Anyway,
either way, it's 29 years exactly. Whatever, irrelevant. But he said he was going to do forestry, and the reason he switched, according to the newspaper clipping that he doesn't remember or have any recollection of saying, is because logging was in a hole at the time, financially. Mm-hmm. Which is funny because right now, logging is in a hole.
It's been in a hole for a long time.
Because logging does this. You can't see this right now, but I'm going up and down with my finger. It sits here.
It fluctuates a lot.
It fluctuates a lot, and it's a very volatile market, especially for export. Mm-hmm. And we're in a timber recession right now. Timber's cheap. Cedar's not, but the rest of the timber.
Cedar's never cheap.
Because it's hard to get. Mm-hmm. Very hard to get. Very, very hard to get. So, yeah, I think that'll do it for this podcast, I think.
Were we at 2 hours yet?
Pretty close.
Yeah.
Like, we're really close.
Nice.
So,
I like it.
Hopefully you've enjoyed us sitting here talking about current world issues and money and
conspiracy theories
and everything in between.
How we met
3 years ago.
How long it's been
since the last
since we started college.
Yeah, 5 years.
Yeah, I forget that a lot. I'm like, I've been here for 4 years, and then you say that, and I'm like, oh yeah, I did running start for 2 years.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
I did too. I did running start.
Because
I finished out it was so weird how that got grandfathered in, because I don't think that should have worked at all, but it was at a rough period in the, because we are still a part of the experimental batch.
We're still getting shafted by it.
We're still a part of the experimental batch to this day.
We're the guinea pigs.
They don't let us forget that.
Yeah.
Because we came in right when they changed everything, or were beginning to change. And
well, they were changing it back from what it was.
Yeah.
Because one guy,
when Jake Fay was around.
Yeah.
Is what Jake Fay said. He said they're changing it back to where he was at, and the reason, I guess, he left because it was going
the opposite
downhill.
way.
Yeah.
Well, that was when the Rona happened.
Yeah.
And yeah, do you remember? Well, you don't remember that because you were homeschooled, but I remember.
Yeah.
I think it was March 25th of my sophomore year in high school, which would have been 2020.
Yeah, 6 years ago now. I know. I still can't.
You hurt my feelings.
I still can't get over that was 6 years ago.
But we got an email that said, basically it said, go home and don't come back for 2 weeks. And then everybody just disappeared.
Yeah.
I went straight to making hay, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, yeah, this is not... Bye.
Bye. All right.
And that year they made... And 80% was an A that year. I was like, that's a good thing. Just make everybody try less.
Send them home and make
that's
them
a good
less.
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we didn't come back the next year, and then we were hybrid the next year.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Or no, we started online, and then we were hybrid for the next part of the year, and then we were hybrid in person.
Yeah.
The next part, and I was doing... What was it? Now I don't even remember. It's been so long. It was
I know
like...
what you're talking about.
Because my senior year, I basically didn't go to school at all. I had one class.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a thing at CC, too, when I started.
I had one class at the high school, and then the rest of my credits were just welding. Welding electives at Centralia.
Really?
With Chuck at night.
Good old Chuck.
I love that guy. He's great.
Great guy.
But yeah, so I had night welding classes.
Yeah.
2 days a week.
Yeah. Yeah, because college was required to do no more than 4 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, what's 1 day a week going to save you from? That was my big rant, was they lose you 1 day out of the week for these classes. This is long before we would have been working, so it didn't matter back then. But
that's the other end of that's the other side of the sword, though.
Yeah, exactly. For work,
for people that are working, it's a lot harder.
But when we were working on our own stuff, more or less, when we didn't have real jobs, I was like, in my head, I thought, when they federally, or not federally, because that's a strong word, but when the college mandated no more than 4 days a week, what's that Friday? How's that Friday going to be any different than the days before it to make you sick? 1 day a week. I never understood.
Well, that was during the Ron still, right?
Yeah.
That was what it was.
That's what it was about. And I just thought, my first thought was, what's that 1 day for most people? It was only a couple hours out of their day going down there.
Mm-hmm.
What's that going to affect? It's the flapper on the...
I was like, I think there's something living in there.
There's a squeaking noise that comes from the heating system, and it's the draft from the wind outside moving the flapper.
Oh, okay.
Trust me, I keep thinking it's a bird or a rat inside the ventilation system.
It's not.
Somehow it's not.
Yeah.
Because by the time you go over there, the flapper will stop moving and be like, am I going insane?
Oh, yeah, I saw it move a second ago. I was like, oh, that explains the noise.
Yeah, the draft kicks.
Sorry, guys, we saw a squirrel.
Yeah.
We're pretty good at that.
But I thought that mandate was dumb. Like most of the mandates
a lot of
that
the
came
state
from that were dumb.
thing, yeah. Whatever.
They were exemplified by being in this
That's
state.
a whole nother thing. Let's get into that not right now.
No.
That's a whole nother can of worms.
Is an
Let's keep that one
can of
closed.
worms with a really big conspiracy behind it. That'll be for next episode. I hope you guys enjoyed the Old Souls podcast this time around.
Ooh, this chair pops me back nice.
There you go.
Until I fall over. Anyway, sorry.
We've gone on a lot of tangents. We went from right to repair all the way clear to the coronavirus and everything in between.
Now we're canceled.
And now we're canceled. I think we were canceled when I said something about indigenous people, so I think we're good.
Yeah, you pretty much started it off with that.
I started it off strong there.
Oh, I love it. Welcome to our podcast.
Are going to come in their droves.
If you don't like it, we don't care. Go away.
Yeah, quite literally. They're going to come en masse with their shiny card.
And blue hair.
And blue hair.
And pronouns.
Yeah.
All right, I should stop talking.
Their pronouns paid for. Thank you, everybody, for joining us on this podcast this time around. It's almost 2 hours, so we're going to go ahead and let you go. That's all I got to say, really. Anything to add? Hopefully not to make this another 4 hours long.
Yeah, we should stop talking, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
See you guys. Like, comment, subscribe.
See you next time.
Peace.